Boss Lady Sarah here. This is just a quick video about an express dinner that we could make and throw together when we're rushing and we have no time. So I know a lot of people are stuck on time. I'm the same way, and sometimes we can reach for shite food, whereas instead we could look at maybe what we have in the fridge and what we could like throw together. So this is a 5-minute challenge. I have a few ingredients here. Basically I have a salmon fillet, I have some broccoli, some veg, some lemon juice, a few olives and some tomatoes. So I have the George Foreman on. I'm going to put the timer on. Challenge starts now. And so that's warm, and now I'm going to put the salmon fillet on. So you'd need a salmon or maybe like a chicken fillet. Okay, so I'm just going to put it onto the George Foreman grill and make sure that, whoever's watching, that you can see this properly. Okay, yeah, brilliant. So there's the George Foreman grill on and the salmon is on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put on some broccoli onto it. I'm going to put on a bit of peppers as well, and some courgette too. So I'm just going to put on some courgette now as well. So I have that on, and a little bit of tomato also. Okay, so I'm just going to throw that onto the George Foreman grill. You don't even need to use your oven, so that's handy. So while the clock is on, what I have here is a green salad. So I always just have greens handy because I know that I'll be using them more or less every day. Okay. So what I will do with this is just take out a little bit of greens and put it onto the plate ready for when the salmon is done. And I can just put, for me, what's handy is just lemon juice or balsamic vinegar. That's dandy for flavouring for me. So I'll just put a bit of lemon juice onto that. I'll put on some tomato onto it as well. And then what I have here is just some sugar snap peas because I had them left over, so they're handy as well to throw on. And what you want to do is, again, you want to get in your protein, so that's going to be in the salmon. You want to get in some good carbohydrates, not like white refined carbohydrates. So instead of using white rice or white pasta or white bread, you can get your carbohydrates through some greens as well, all right? Or it could be brown pasta and brown bread. Now I'm adding in good fats, which is in the form of my avocado. So I have some really ripe avocado today, which I'm delighted about. And then I'm going to also add in some olives, which have good fats too, and they're really, really handy to use and just good to have in a jar so that you could take them out and you could have them for a lunch or for a dinner. So there is good fats in olives, and they're really, really good for you too. So I have those put there. Next, what I'd say is for flavouring, if it's a bit bland, is the coriander. I find, again, really, really handy. So I just break up a little bit of coriander, and I'm going to put that there onto the plate as well. So obviously this depends on what your goal is and what your mission is. It could be just, I don't want to eat shite, so I want to make a quick dinner. Or it could be, I have a fat loss goal, so I'm only going to be eating a certain quantity and portion size. Or it could be that you're doing sports nutrition and you need a little bit more. So this is just a portion I've laid out kind of for myself, and to be honest, it's just what's handy and what's in the fridge today, because I haven't done a big shop yet this week. So you can judge it by yourself and what your goals are. So that's just what I've laid down now at the moment, right? And that's awful handy. And I'll just give a little check now. We're at nearly 3 minutes here on the clock. So I'll just have a check on the salmon. That's doing grand. See if you can see that there. Yep. And then I have my other little bits of veggies as well. Okay. So what's important is, instead of just deciding I have nothing to have for dinner, so therefore I'll just eat toast, or maybe I won't eat dinner, or maybe I'll just get a takeaway, is look at what you do have and don't be afraid to experiment and to throw something together, because it does not have to be perfect at all. Just once you have protein as your main base. So if you didn't have that salmon, it could be smoked salmon, it could be like falafel maybe that you just picked up in the shop, it could be chicken, it could be turkey, it could be an egg, so an egg would be really handy protein as well. And then what you're always going to have is your greens. So again, it could be your rocket, could be your spinach, could be your broccoli, could be your kale, could be your Brussels sprouts, could be your bok choy. There's a lot of choice there. So it would be getting in your greens. Why? Because they have fat burning properties, really, really good for our immune system. This time of year, it's cold, people are getting colds and flus and things like that. So we want to try to boost up our immune systems as best as possible to prevent illness over the winter time. It's really, really, really important. So by cutting down on takeaways and fat, sugar and salt, you're going to really help that happening. You're really going to prevent that. So we all know what it's like when we're rushing, we're really busy, we're barely able to eat, or we're eating shite, and the next thing, bam, we get hit by a cold, or we get hit by a flu or a stomach bug or something, and then we're like, oh my God, I can't believe my body isn't just, you know, working properly and serving me correctly. And that comes from having often a low immune system and not getting enough vitamins and minerals in. So important to get that in your greens. And what I'm doing here is grand to do, by the way, which is like, I've got other veggies on this that I'm grilling now, like broccoli, red pepper, yellow pepper, and aubergine. Baby broccoli really manages to grill quite well as well. Okay, boom, have a look at this. My 5 minutes is up. So now I'm going to turn over onto this and have a little look. I'll see if you can see it, okay. Onto the George Foreman grill. Okay, so there's my salmon fillet and there's my veg, and that is actually done. So it literally takes 5 minutes, and that's all that it takes. So now I'm just going to put this onto my plate, and I'm going to have that for my dinner. So I have also got like my broccoli. That did really well on it. That's absolutely dandy. And then I'll just put this lemon juice over it. You could put like chili flakes, so you could, or other herbs. So I'll just give you a proper look for it now. So can you see it? Isn't that dandy for 5 minutes? It's better than getting a takeaway, and it's better than getting toast. So if you're at home now again and you're like, no, I don't have any time to cook, just have a think. What do you have in the fridge? It doesn't have to be bloody perfect. I make the weirdest medleys going. But you know what? It stops me getting a pizza slice, or it stops me having toast. So I hope this helps. This is the type of stuff I do with my boss ladies in the boss lady private groups that I have, which is go through with them what might they have in the fridge and what they could throw together if they are letting me know that they're skipping meals, or they're just eating some shite because they're not prepared. So that's the type of stuff I cover in nutrition. Is just quick, handy, always having your protein, always getting in your greens, and then trying to get in good fats as well. It does not have to be perfect once you're just eating healthy enough and you just throw something together. But it's the prepared food is the key. If it's fat loss that you're looking for, it's food that you know what's gone into it. That's the key here. Instead of guessing when you're eating at restaurants or you're eating instant foods, all right? So I hope this has helped. Tomorrow's video is going to be an exercise training video again. So I look forward to seeing you at 7:30.